The Shark Deck.
Hello and welcome to Palace Intrigue. I am your host, Mark Francis. We take royal news very seriously here, and when we aren't investigating South Park's Prince of Canada, that leaves us time to wonder why Kate Middleton patted Prince William's butt. This happened at last weekend's BAFTAs. As the royals walked the carpet, Kate tapped William affectionately on his behind. Vogue shared a photo with the caption that even the royals like to cop a feel. Body language Judy James believes Kate performed the gesture following a mistake by William, and she used it as a reprimand. She told the Mirror, "This bum tap gesture is part of a swift series of non-verbal signals between the couple known as tie signs. They were clearly more tactile than usual for this red carpet appearance, and their very glamorous styling gave them the look of an A-list power couple." Like all good A-listers, Kate seemed to be using tie signs or non-verbal cues to help choreograph their movements, but there was one small moment when they appeared to fall out of sync, possibly due to the fact that William seemed unable to keep his eyes off his stunning wife. A senior royal has joked about kicking Prince Andrew out of his royal home. The Daily Beast reported sources claim a distraught Prince Andrew believes King Charles is trying to force him out of his Windsor home by cutting his annual grant. The Mail on Sunday says Andrew is furious at this prospect, which will mean he won't be able to maintain the upkeep of Royal Lodge. He thinks he could be out by September. A source said, "It feels as though his brother wishes to evict him." One senior member of the royal family joked about Andrew's situation at a recent Windsor gathering, saying, "We will kick Andrew out of that house." The use of senior royal in the article is interesting because the term senior royal usually means one of the following: Charles, Camilla, William, Kate, Prince Edward, Countess Sophie, or Princess Anne. The source said, "They didn't even wait 10 days from the end of mourning the Queen. That's when courtiers started to send them the bad news." Andrew and Sarah are distraught that they have been given such short notice. The Queen died only a few months ago. He's not been explicitly kicked out, but it's expected that he won't be able to afford the maintenance. Royal Lodge has a swimming pool. 98 acres of land is already in need of some repair. The Daily Beast reminds us that while Andrew has a 75-year lease on the property, the issue he faces is funding its upkeep, and Andrew's public funds stopped when he was forced to step down as senior royal. Another source told the Mail, "He's not being explicitly kicked out, but it's expected that he won't be able to afford the maintenance." Another friend told the paper, "They've been told their subsidy, vital for maintaining the lodge, will be cut as soon as April." A source said, "This is about Charles telling Andrew he can use his own money to pay for things. The same goes for other members of the family, such as Princesses Beatrice and Eugenie. And while there is leniency with working members of the family who have offices funded by the sovereign grant, there have been other examples." In a separate article, the Daily Beast reports Prince Andrew rues the day he made an out-of-court settlement with Virginia Giuffre. A friend of Andrew's said, "He has always been and remains adamant that he doesn't remember ever even meeting Giuffre. Anyone who knows him knows he's a fighter. He settled with her because the family, including his mother, desperately wanted the Jubilee celebrations to proceed smoothly, but now he rues the day he did it. He thinks things might have been different if he had stuck it out, and then he lost the chance to clear his name. Look at what happened with Alan Dershowitz." The Beast clarifies that Dershowitz was accused of sexual assault by Giuffre in 2014, and she sued him for defamation after he called her a complete total liar. But she dropped the case in November, saying she may have made a mistake in identifying him as someone she was forced to have sex with by Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell. There is light chatter about Prince Andrew perhaps moving to the United States. A source told The Sun that Andrew has been keenly keeping an eye on everything Harry and Meghan have been doing in America. They have managed to set up a new working life away from the royal family, and that is something Andrew has been following very, very closely. Royal expert Russell Myers was on the Reigns TV show and said, "The situations are very, very different. He could be asking Fergie for Oprah's number." TV's The Reign joked, "Hasn't America suffered enough?" Palace Intrigue will be right back. Podcast supporter Obdurate42 left a 5-star review calling Palace Intrigue beyond informative and fantastic. 5 stars! I love this podcast and look forward to my daily updates. I only wish they were a bit longer in length. Mark Francis is a gem. Thank you, Obdurate42. And if you'd like to leave us a review, you can do so in Apple iTunes and just go up to where those stars are and hit as many stars as you think this show is worth. We'd love to hear your comments. OK Magazine suggests Harry is worried about the royals retaliating by sharing his darkest secrets. We'll jump in to remind you we already know about his drug use, killing 25 people while in the military, a frostbitten penis, and losing his virginity back behind the pub. But a source said it wouldn't surprise Harry if the royals spilled some of his deepest secrets to the media. Not much he can do about it other than dismiss them as lies, they added. He knows this is a classic palace damage control. The Telegraph reported that Harry is weighing up 1 million different variables to decide whether he and Meghan should fly to the United Kingdom in May, citing a friend of the Duke. Harry is reportedly considering how the British public will react to him and Meghan attending the coronation, as well as whether their decision to skip it might be perceived as a snub. The source told the newspaper that Harry is mindful that the coronation will be pretty much the most important day in his father Charles' life. And there you have it. If you'd like to email us, our address is thepalaceintrigue@gmail.com. Please follow us on Spotify, iTunes, Google Podcasts, wherever you get your favorite shows. I'm Mark Francis. My thanks to John McDermott. This is Palace Intrigue. Good times.
I'm Melissa McKay, star of the new podcast, The Royals of Malibu. I play Ella, a sex worker just trying to survive when I get swept away to the wealth and the drama of Malibu.
You know, you can like something without touching it.
You've made the biggest mistake of your life, Ella Sinclair.
You are a total psycho!
Will Ella find a happily ever after ending? Or will these rich kids destroy her? Fall in love with the Royals of Malibu on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and wherever you listen to podcasts.